Namaste. Hello everybody, welcome to my video. I have an awesome practice for us today, which is going to be a balancing posture practice. We will be starting off with just some regular asanas so that we can warm up our joints and our muscles so that it will be easier then to balance in our postures. Today will be super fun, so make sure to have fun with it. Don't get mad at yourself or upset if you can't hold a posture for too long. Just, set your foot down, regroup, and then try it again, and we'll have a lot of fun together. So the only thing that you will need are a pillow or blanket to prop your hips up on when we are in our sitting position, if you want, a block or a thick book, just something that you'll be able to prop your hand up on in some of the balancing postures, and then some water, because we will probably get a bit heated today. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into our practice today. So we're going to go ahead and start standing at the front of our mat in mountain pose. We're going to begin to stretch out our hamstrings or the back of our legs. So we're going to go ahead and take a deep breath in, reaching up to the sky. Palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Make sure you're tipping from the hips, not bending through the spine. So slight bend in the knees here. If you need your block to prop yourself up on, go ahead and grab that. Otherwise, you can come down and touch the floor, put your hands on your calves, grab your toes, just whatever feels comfortable for you. But just go to where you feel a good stretch all along the back of the legs and possibly even into the glutes. Make sure you're breathing. If you want, you can walk it out here, straightening one leg, bending the other, and switching. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and just step back with our left foot back into a lunge position, keeping the back knee up, squaring up the hips, so pulling the right hip back, pushing the left hip forward. You should be feeling this all along that left psoas muscle, or the front of the left hip flexors, and then also in your right glute and possibly also the right inner thigh. Beautiful stretch. Go ahead and pull your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Now go ahead and place your hands flat onto the mat. And we're going to step this right leg back into our downward dog position. So using some core strength, pushing up in the hands, bringing the right foot back to meet the left in a downward dog. So tailbone high, chest towards the thighs, slight bend in the elbows, and pushing those heels down towards the mat. Now if you want to walk it out here, go ahead and do so. Just finding some movement. I know that feels really good for me, but just do what feels good for you. Remembering to breathe. And then finding stillness, pushing down the heels. Stretching out the back of the legs and the calves. Good, now go ahead and step that left leg, this time in between the hands. Sliding the back foot backwards. Squaring off the hips in this lunge, so pulling the right hip forward, left hip back. If Feeling this all in the front of the right hip flexor, the left glute, and possibly the left inner thigh. Pulling the shoulders away from the ears. And breathing. You can kind of play around here, go more up on the toe or go a little bit more back in the heel. Just make sure you're keeping this front knee over the ankle so you're not coming too far forward or too far back. You're just staying nice and above, being mindful of the joints, your knee joint or of the left leg. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and just pivot onto our feet. So we're going to pivot the right foot down, turn the left foot in. So we come to a wide-legged forward fold. Now the further out you go with your legs, the easier it will be to bend forward. The closer in you come, the more intense the stretch will be. So just go to what feels right for your body today. And then tip from the hips. If you would like your block here or your book to prop yourself up on, you can put it whichever way you'd like. And that might help take some of the strain off of your lower back. Otherwise, if you have the stretch, go ahead and put your hands down, but just make sure that you're tipping from the hips. Have a slight bend in those knees. If you have a bit more stretch, you can grab your big toes with your two peace fingers and take a deep inhale, lengthening throughout your body. And exhale, pulling your chest towards your thighs, your forehead towards the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull a little more. Never go to the point of pain, however. Just go to the point where you feel a very nice stretch, a deep stretch. Good. Take an inhale. Come back up onto those fingertips or that block. We're going to go ahead and grab the left ankle. And we're going to pull our torso towards that side, towards that leg. Looking over the left shoulder. This will increase the stretch throughout that left leg. You can be feeling it in the inner thighs, or I'm definitely feeling it on my peroneals or the outside of my calf. Make sure you're staying long. I'm just twisting ever so slightly. Good. Inhale. Come back to center. Exhale. Go towards that right leg now. Grabbing with both hands and twisting. Looking over the right shoulder. Bringing the chest towards the knee. Remembering to breathe. Good. Inhale, come back to center. We're going to go ahead and heel toe our feet in so they're about hip distance apart. We're going to go ahead and squat down into a yogic squat. We're going to place our hands, our palms together, and use our knees to push our, use our elbows to push our knees out wider. Make sure you're tucking the tailbone here, staying long through the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Breathe into your belly. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Place the hands down onto the mat. We're just going to push our hips up high. Bringing the feet parallel back to our forward fold. And then we're going to go ahead and gently, slowly, and mindfully roll up one vertebrae at a time until our head is the last thing to come up. Great. Once you get here, go ahead and take a big inhale, reaching the hands up towards the sky. We're going to go ahead and grab our, let's see if I'm mirroring you, it would be my right wrist with my left hand. And we're going to go ahead and inhale, and then bend towards that left side. Really pulling with the hand that's grabbing the wrist. So just pulling over that right side of the body. Inhaling deep and feeling this all along the side. Good. On your next inhale, come up to center and just go ahead and switch hands. So now grabbing the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, over now to the right side. Pulling with that right arm. Good. Take a deep inhale, come up to center. And exhale, hands down. And bring them to heart center. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started into our balancing postures now that we're a little bit stretched out and warmed up. So the first balancing posture we're going to do is our tree pose. So you're going to go ahead and go heavy in your left leg. You're going to go ahead and bring your right leg. You can either bring it to your calf or up onto your thigh, or you can even keep it just on the floor here for extra balance, and that is perfectly fine. Just making sure to do what feels good for your body today, because every day is different. So go ahead and find what feels good. If you have your foot up on your thigh, go ahead and push against each other. So pushing your thigh into your foot and your foot into your thigh. Now wherever you have your foot, just make sure it's never on the side of that knee joint. That is not good for the joint, and we want to protect our joints, otherwise we're defeating the purpose. So just going either above or below the knee joint, or keeping it just on the floor. Good. Go ahead and tuck the tailbone wherever you're at. Lengthen through the spine. And then you can bring your hands, you have options here. You can keep them down at your side. You can bring them into prayer position. You can bring them up overhead, either still in prayer position, or you can separate them. Or if you have the stretch, you can even bring your hands behind your back in a prayer position. That one is a pretty intense stretch. But if you'd like to try it, go ahead and give it a shot. Now wherever you're at, go ahead and find a point across the room from you and stare at it. That will help hold your balance. And breathe. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, tailbone tucked. Holding your belly in, pulling your belly button to your spine. Now if you fall over, just laugh it off, learn to laugh it off, and then jump right back into it when you feel comfortable. It's all about being gentle with our body and honoring where you are today. Yoga is a process and it's a journey, so just be patient with your body and take your time. Really enjoy the journey. Okay, now I have a bit of a challenge for us. We're going to go ahead and take that right leg wherever you have it, and we're going to go ahead and hover it. Or so bringing the foot off of the leg, up off the floor, wherever, hovering off the ground. We're going to go ahead and go into our Warrior 3 posture. So if you want your block or your book, please have it right in front of you. And we're just going to go ahead and inhale, lengthen, and exhale. We're going to go ahead and bring the foot back straight behind us, parallel with our torso, squeezing up with that glute muscle. So I'll show you from the side. Squeezing up from the glute, just tipping forward, gazing at a point on your mat, hands at heart center or straight back behind you, or if you would like to have your block, you can place it up as high as it goes or as low as it goes. Squeeze up from the glute, push up through the torso, slight bend in that supporting leg. Now go ahead and square off the hips here too. So pushing down towards the ground with our right hip, pulling up with our left hip. Make sure you're breathing here. Flexing through that back foot of the lifted leg. Ooh. That bottom supporting leg is probably shaking, probably burning, creating some prana, some energy, and some heat in our body. Go ahead and take a deep inhale, exhale, and inhale. Don't set that foot down. If you do, that's perfectly fine. But if you can find the balance, bring that knee back up. Good. And we're going to go ahead and cross that right leg over the left leg. We're going to go into our standing pigeon posture. So crossing over the thigh, we're going to go ahead and sit back into our heels. If you'd like your block here, you can just support yourself on it. Otherwise, stare at a point, hands in prayer position, and you can bring your elbows down. One elbow to touch the foot, one elbow to touch the knee. Squaring off the hips here. And you can push that elbow into the knee as well, and that will increase the stretch. You'll be feeling this through the glute muscles, deep into that piriformis muscle to release the sciatic nerve. Great stretch here. I'll show you from the side here just in case you need a separate view. So you're just tipping from the hips, putting weight into the leg that is crossed over with your elbows. Now if you want even more of a stretch in this position, you can go into maybe having your block here for some support over by the top foot. You're going to go ahead and cross or twist your body. You're going to go ahead and place your right elbow onto your right foot. You're going to go ahead and drop that bottom arm. You're going to bring the top arm up and to the sky, gazing up toward that. That is a very challenging move. So if we want to give it a try, go ahead and give it a shot. Alright, we're going to stay here for another breath. So take a deep breath in. Exhale and inhale. Slowly coming up wherever you are, bringing that knee up and setting it down. Whew. Go ahead and shake out your body. Awesome job. You're going to go ahead and grab some water. It's very important to stay hydrated as the humans, the animals that we are. Whew. All right. Now once you feel ready, we're going to go ahead and go to the other side. So now staying heavy onto that right leg, bringing the left leg either keeping it on the floor, putting it on your calf or over the knee joint, skipping over that, and placing it into the thigh of the opposite leg. Stare at a point straight ahead of you to help hold your balance. Tuck the tailbone, lengthen through the spine, hands to the side, heart center, up above, open up above, or if you have the stretch, prayer position behind the back. Breathing deep here, staying focused. If you fall, shake it out and go ahead and try to get back into the pose. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go into our challenge here. So take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, bringing that foot off the leg or up off the floor, knee up. Now, stabilize, stay sturdy, swinging the leg back, parallel to the torso and the head, squeezing up with that left glute. Hands in prayer or behind you or propped up on your block. Staying long through the torso, shoulders away from ears. Flexing through that back left leg that's lifted. Squaring off the hip, so pushing down the left hip, pulling up with the right hip. If you need to step out, shake it out. And squeeze back up. Staring at that point. One side you may notice is tighter or harder to hold than the other one. This one is definitely for me, feeling the burn. That's just where you notice the differences in the sides of the body. Being conscious of that. Take a deep inhale, exhale, inhale, swinging the leg back up, trying not to set it down, knee up, good, now crossing over the opposite legs, crossing over the right leg. Once you have found a point and you feel sturdy, sit back into the hips, bringing your left knee to touch your left elbow, and your right elbow to touch the right foot, or the same foot of the left leg. Gazing at a point. If you'd like your block here, you can prop yourself up on it. That helps. You want to go into that more advanced posture. Oh, I fell. Gotta shake it out. You're going to go ahead and bring the left elbow to the left foot. This one's tight for me. Bringing it down onto that block or on the floor if you have the stretch. Bringing that top arm up to the sky, gazing up towards the sky. And holding. Take a deep inhale. Exhale and inhale. Gently push up, knee up, and set it down. Oh my, that side was rough. Shake it out, wiggle it out, grab some water. All right, good job everybody. We're gonna go ahead and go into our crow posture. So we're gonna be coming down, squatting down onto our mats. This is a challenging posture, so if you fall, just get right back up. Just keep trying. If it feels good for your body. If it doesn't feel good for your body, don't keep trying. So we're gonna go ahead and have our hands, our palms, planted onto our mat. We're gonna have our feet close together, up on our toes. We're gonna go ahead and place our elbows on our triceps or the outside of our arms, our upper arms. Once you feel sturdy there, you're pushing your triceps into your knees into your triceps. You're just going to go ahead and tip forward. So bringing the weight into the palms, pushing into the triceps, staring at the mat below you, and holding. All about balance here. So if you fall, just go ahead and resituate your body and try to come right back up. Now you want to have your hands like you have a small animal under your palm. So kind of up onto your fingertips, and you have just a slight space in your palms, and that will help balance. Did I say that I can't get up? There we go. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is, from crow posture, we're going to go ahead and try a headstand. Now, if you don't want to try this, or you just don't want to give it a shot today, totally fine. Just keep trying crow. If you would like to try a headstand, however, go ahead and go back into our crow position. Then you're going to go ahead and set the top of your head down onto the mat. You're going to go ahead and, using your core strength, bringing your legs to bent knees and then up straight. You can stay up on your hands, you can come to your forearms, whatever helps hold your balance. But if you are up on your hands and your knees or your elbows are bent, make sure you keep your elbows in. They're not flaring out. Keeping them in. If you've got this headstand down, play around. Go maybe into a split. Or a middle split. Just find some movement. And if you need to come out, it's a little harsh on the head. Go ahead and come out. Shake out the body. If you're still trying crow, keep trying. You're doing awesome. If you want to go back up into that headstand, crow, the head, and push up using your core strength. Good. Wherever you're at, go ahead and come down to tabletop position, and we're going to go ahead and wiggle out the wrists, giving them some stretch. Inversions, such as the headstand, or there's other inversions. I'll show you one that isn't so complicated. They're very beneficial for your body. Getting the blood to flow in the opposite direction is a very good practice to incorporate a little bit each day. It's good for your spine, and your joints. All right. Wonderful job, everybody. We're going to go ahead and cross one ankle over the other, guiding our bottoms over our feet. We're going to go ahead and go into a shoulder stand. So, rolling back one vertebrae at a time. Good. Once you get there, go ahead and roll your knees up, and you're going to push up from your elbows so that you're coming up onto your upper back / shoulder area. Go ahead and maneuver your body so that your elbows are coming close together, they're parallel to each other, and you're going to go ahead and squeeze up with your legs. Using your hands, placing your hands on your lower back for support, and pushing up as high as your body will allow. Holding here. Be mindful of the neck. If this doesn't feel good for the neck, go ahead and come out of it. If this does feel good, however, maybe you can drop into plow position. So straighten your legs and dropping them up over the head, placing the toes onto the ground. Slight bend in the knees. You can even let your knees set on your forehead if you wish. Otherwise, staying strong. Maybe placing the palms on the mat. Otherwise, staying up in that shoulder stand. Go take a deep breath in. Exhale and inhale. Rolling down, bending your knees, gently guiding your back one vertebrae at a time till your tailbone touches, and gently setting down the legs. Go ahead and roll to one side, pushing yourself up to a seated position. Now grabbing that pillow or blanket if you wish to prop your hips up on. And now once you find your comfortable seat, go ahead and bring your shoulders up, back, and away from your ears. Beautiful. Now I'm going to go ahead and try a bit of a pranayama practice with us, or a breathing practice. The one I'm going to try today is called Nadi Shodhana. It is a relaxing breath meant to bring peace unto our bodies. Now, all of us are carrying masculine and feminine energies in our body, masculine and feminine sides. Now, the left side of our body is the feminine side. It resonates with the moon, and it is called the Chandra side. It's the more relaxed side of our body. Now, the right side of our body is the masculine side, the more energetic side. It resonates with the sun and is called the Surya side. So throughout this breath, we're going to go ahead and breathe in through our left side, out to our right side, and that will hopefully help equal out, balance the sides, and bring in a more relaxed breath. Now, if you go ahead and place your finger underneath your nostrils and breathe out, try it a couple times. You will notice that one nostril breathes out more forcefully than the other nostril. And you can check this at multiple times of the day, and it will change. Perhaps, before bed when you feel really tired, the left side will blow stronger than the right side because your body is more relaxed, in a more relaxed state. So breathing out through the left side is your more relaxed side of your body. Now, throughout the day, when you're energized and awake and moving around, if you check it, you'll notice that usually you're breathing forcefully more out of your right side of your nose, and that is because that is the energetic side of your body and the more masculine side of your body. So if you check those throughout the day, it's just very interesting, a cool little trick, but you will notice that they switch. So throughout this breath, we're going to go ahead and try to activate our feminine side, or our more relaxed side of our body. So we're going to go ahead and take our pointer finger and our middle finger, and we're going to place it onto our third eye point, our point of intuition. So that is in between the eyebrows. Now we're going to go ahead and then take our thumb and our ring finger, and we're going to just place them on our nostrils. Don't squeeze just yet. Just gently place them on our nostrils. Now, we're going to go ahead and plug the right nostril and breathe in through the left nostril. A deep breath. Good. And now plug the left side and breathe out through the right nostril. Plug the right nostril, breathe in through the left. Plug the left nostril, breathe out through the right. Plug the right nostril, breathe in through the left. Plug the left nostril, breathe out through the right. Wonderful. Go ahead and do some on your own now. Breathing in through the left, out through the right. Really just focusing on the breath. Okay, wherever you are, go ahead and gently set the hand down. Go ahead and place your finger under your nose. See if you notice maybe the breathing switched. Now maybe you're breathing a little more forcefully out of your left nostril. If not, no worries. Doesn't mean you're not relaxed. You can continue to do that breathing if that felt really good for you. This breathing is really good to do if you suffer from anxiety, or you ever just feel nervous or have anxiety attacks. This is a very good breathing to help bring down the heart rate, relax the mind, relax the body, and it's beautiful to do for everybody, honestly. So now, if you would like to go ahead and lie down flat on your back in Shavasana, I encourage you to do so and just relax and feel your body. If you would like to stay sitting, go ahead and stay sitting. Or if you want to continue to practice the Nadi Shodhana breath, go ahead and do so. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, but whatever you choose, I hope you enjoy it and I hope you have a beautiful day. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me. If you loved this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe to my channel. I put videos out every other day just about. Let me know what you think of that Nadi Shodhana breath, if you'd like me to do maybe just a video on that, or I do have quite a few pranayama practices up my sleeve that I will incorporate into later videos, or possibly just make a video dedicated to that breathing practice. So I hope you all enjoyed and have a beautiful day, and I will see you all again. Namaste.